The Dead Dog has been known to be a watering hole for me. I was thinking about starting the ride off there today, but...
Hey everybody, welcome to Ride Along. It's a special edition. I'm going and having a really cool adventure, so I'll explain on the way. Let's go.
So you say I'm not good enough.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Ride Along. I am currently cutting through Grantsville City out here in Tooele, Utah, Tooele County, Utah. I am that's not good. I've got a bold plan today. So the concept is this. I'm going to ride out to Dugway Proving Grounds, which is where they did atomic bomb testing in the 50s. I'm gonna go up a canyon I know there, and I'm gonna meditate there for an hour or so, and then I'm gonna drive back into Tooele, over that canyon and back through Stockton. So basically it's about 100 miles, and we should be able to get a pretty neat perspective from this, I think. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm heading out, and I've wanted to do this ride for a long time. The tanks that I'm going to be floating in are sensory deprivation tanks, basically. I will probably sign off here from Grantsville. It's a cool little town. When I moved out here, I got along mostly with I'll be honest, the girls out here. Sometimes Tooele girls I was cool with too, but Grantsville girls I seem to be getting along real well with. Anyway, all right, hey, so I'll see you next time I talk. It'll probably be out at Rush Valley sometime, but for now I think I'm gonna pull over and switch out to my normal music, and I hope you guys will stick with me. Hey, welcome to Ride Along. Thanks for coming. Woo, let's go. See my little buddies over here? My little doggy buddies saying hi and surf journey and stuff. Surf journey. Gas? Closest gas is straight down this road about another 6 miles.
Well, I remember the sign said Grantsville, and I missed the first one. I go, I'll just go to the second.
Russell, I just had a cool little conversation with him. He pulled over on the side of the road to check out if I was okay, which I am. I'm just out here in the middle of nowhere. It's funny what this kind of area can do to your head. Makes things very clear.
Well, seeing that we're going through a salt desert, I figured I'd film a little bit. In between the roads and on the sides is all salt. Ready? Here we go. kids right in the middle of the damn thing, and I don't think anybody's coming. Alright, so this road, I'll show you on the map, but this road goes all the way out to Dugway. I'll pick you guys back up then. For now, it's just more of this.
Are you ready to? Can you take me there? I am ready for you.
I am currently right in front of the gates to Dugway Proving Grounds. In the 50s, this is where they tested atomic bombs. Originally, they did atomic testing back there. Big mushroom clouds and stuff. Like I said, when I was a kid, there'd still be a cloud once in a while. I haven't seen one in a while. I'm gonna ride up here into the hills a little bit, get a good vantage point, maybe find some shade, and do a nice little meditation. I started meditating when I was a teenager. I've been meditating pretty much on and off all my life since then. Anyway, so I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna meditate for a while, and then we're off to the last stop, which is the sensory deprivation tanks in Tooele. We call them float spas. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut over into the canyon, and there's a little canyon that I love riding. Funny story about that canyon. When I was a kid, I drove out here when I was maybe 16 or 17. Me and a buddy drove out to meet some girls in the middle of the night. And we drove through that canyon, and I remember I had my motorcycle for like a month, but we were in cars because we were trying to pick up girls. So, anyway, so I drove out here through this canyon, and I kept thinking to myself, oh man, this canyon would be so fun on a motorcycle. And I didn't revisit it until last year. Yeah, last year, and late season, I decided to ride out to Dugway, do this exact same ride except backwards. They've repaved it recently. This is nice. Usually not this smooth. Well, this looks pretty good. Let's do it here. Alright, well, found a spot where you can look out over the whole valley. Alright, well, welcome back. Get right back on the road again. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know what angle I'll use here. But, so I'm out in the middle of friggin' nowhere. You can see, I just meditated for about 20 minutes. And something about seeing you can actually see 6 mountain ranges if you look out there. Pretty cool. Anyway, but it's time. So time to head into Tooele to a place called Crystal Float Spas, and we're going to do something called it's a sensory deprivation tank. Now, they call them new things now. You got to look for them, but all right, so now. So yeah, we're off to Crystal
For you, it's not a long way at all. you and me, girl. Through the miles and miles ahead. Here I am now alone, girl. Don't leave me alone in my head. Yeah, I am ready for you.
All right, getting ready to roll into the tanks. So let's do that.
I am ready for you. I've come a long way from home. I've got a long way to go. I've come a long way from home. For you, it's not a long way at all.
Pretty unassuming from the outside. Hello.
Oh, nice to find you.
Alright. And my pod. See how this is.
I've come a long way from
Alright, so
home.
the float covers.
I've got a long way to go. I've come a long way from home.
Like I said before, I've been thinking about this ride for a long time. However, afterwards, I feel like I'm left with no words to describe it. The ride home, I felt thankful, and a certain peace I really can't describe. I guess I always knew I'd go deep into myself. I just didn't expect what I found. A big thank you to Crystal Water Float Spas for the float. Check them out. I highly recommend the experience.
Come on home. Come on home.
And thanks to the crew for the songs. Check out the link in the description for more of their stuff.
Come on home.
Thanks for joining me on this ride along. See you next time.